Hey there, welcome to CITAM Church Online. One of the Bible expositors, John Corson, likened praying without ceasing to having a persistent annoying cough. You know, when you have a cough, one of the things you do is that when there's an irritation on your throat, you just have to let it out. You just have to cough. And praying without ceasing is like that. He used that very vivid imagery, that vivid picture, which has served me well. And so praying without ceasing is that. It's like having a cough. It's when you're going about the day and you say, you remember, I need to pray for so and so. They are going through a tough situation. Lord, remember them. And in our previous video, we started off just looking at how we can pray ceaselessly by praying arrow prayers. What I'm calling arrow prayers are the prayers of Nehemiah. Prayers on the go, prayers on the move. And today, I want us to peel back another layer and just see the different situations in which Nehemiah prayed his arrow-like prayers. He went with the Lord in his work. Prayer for him was not just something he did before work. While he was at work, he was praying. While they were building and watching against enemies, he was praying. While he was facing criticism, what you and I would call haters and so forth, he was praying. And I want to sample some of his arrow-like prayers that are recorded for us in his book, Nehemiah. So the first one there is actually Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 5. He says, "Hear, O God, how we are despised. Return their reproach on their heads and give them up for plunder in a land of captivity." That's Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 4. He says, "Hear, our God, how we are despised." He is facing hostility. He's facing opposition. There are people who are mocking him and saying, that wall that you're building, even foxes will put it down. He's facing criticism. And I don't know if you have already faced criticism at the start of this new year. Maybe someone is criticizing your desire to pursue further studies. Someone could be just castigating you or bringing you down and saying, that project you're thinking about building, that project won't amount to much. Part of how you can pray without ceasing is when you remember those hostilities. You say, "Hear, O God, what my enemies are talking against me. Hear what they are saying, O God. Look at how despised we are." And Nehemiah calls for God's intervention. He says, "Fight for us. Fight for us, O God." That's one of the ways that you can actually pray without ceasing. When you remember that person who's been backbiting you or just shaming you, talking ill of you, assassinating your person, your character, you can go before the Lord. When that memory comes to mind, you say, "Lord, remember so and so. Remember what they are saying about me. Lord, fight on my behalf." Another one that caught my attention is Nehemiah 5, verse 19. I mentioned that Nehemiah is this guy who is on the move, working, building a great legacy, a model leader. And in chapter 5, verse 19, Nehemiah is at it again. He's praying. And he says, "Remember me, O my God, for good, according to all that I have done for these people." Nehemiah is referencing, calling to attention his legacy. He's calling to mind the things he's been doing for the people of Israel. And he's saying, "Remember me, Lord. Remember me, Lord. Remember me, Lord." And that's one of the ways as you go about your service to the Lord. Maybe you're very much involved in serving the Lord in church or even in the marketplace, in your place of work. You can actually pray ceaselessly as you call to mind and you say, "Lord, this thing that I'm doing, it's for you. This project that I'm mobilizing people towards, it's for your glory. Lord, remember me. Remember what I'm doing for your people." And what that will do for you is that it will be like a breath of fresh air in the midst of just the routine of work. And sometimes it can get mundane. Sometimes it can get so taxing. and you feel burdened. Maybe you're stepping out after a long meeting and you're weighed down. Nehemiah is showing us that even in the space of work, you can have that conscious awareness of the Lord's presence. And so Nehemiah's prayers are things that you can look at. There are various other prayers he makes. One more I can just mention. He says, remember me, O God. Remember me. This is from Nehemiah 13 verse 14. Remember me, O my God, and do not blot out my loyal deeds, which I have performed for the house of my God. This is talking about, service in ministry. And he's saying, remember me, O my God. He's calling to mind, bringing God's presence in every sphere, ceaselessly, in every sphere of his life. And this is something that you and I can do in this year. Maybe as you're watching this, you've been stuck in the rut. You think prayer is only prayer when it is lengthy. Nehemiah is showing us we can pray short, accessible prayers from our heart, straight to the heart of God. May God bless you, and may God shine his face on us as we pray those arrow prayers in this year. God bless you.